Or dual elites. He'll be on top of the hut, and he's normally good for 2 or 3. Now have a look at the buy for fnatic as well. One smoke and focusing towards Kevlar. So they'll have a single flash to operate with, and Crims will have that towards ramp. xFlower to defend, and we are off to the races, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who will strike first.
I imagine being the IGL and actually taking the P250 yourself. I think I should start doing that.
Yeah, I think you should.
Set yourself up
to be
for
fair,
success.
I think Medzi's had the play of the tournament so far, so fair play. He has, he's looking incredibly sharp right now.
The one last map?
Yeah, exactly. That was absolutely wild.
I mean, the context of Xantara's getting all 3. xFlower's been forced off a ramp, and they will take that space, and they're not slowing down for anyone. Double descent, make it triple. Bombs on the back, good counter flash. It's Nikodos to take first blood. Madja's gone. And the CTs do have to react, but this is smoke and mirrors, Hank.
Yeah, well, they've got that first pick, and they still have a smoke themselves. CT will deploy one towards the squeaky door. There's still plenty of time here. 55 seconds. Fasher with control of the ramp. Confirming that's clear. And it's actually xFlower who's alone down towards lower. He'll be behind the solo. This is an incredibly difficult position. They now know he's there. They're going to swarm.
Oh, he's running out of chances. He takes 3 pot shots, but it's a double in the feed from fnatic. And yeah, the hopes start to wane. Is Xantara's, though, on the ramp. Calix coming in from the vents, and good for the first headshot. A 2 versus 5. A kettle of fish too far, right? Right, Calix, chill your beans. He's already found another. Xantara's has got some space, and they're all grouped up. This
they
could
didn't have a kit, no, right?
Yeah, that's going to be a problem. The Julies instead, and yeah, just running him down. Poor old Xantara's doesn't have the time, never mind the health.
Well, there we have it. Mezi actually getting 2 frags of the P250, so actually seems reasonable that he has the upgraded pistol there. Quite a comprehensive victory in the pistol. fnatic go up 1-0. We are expecting the force buy in the second. For me, these force buys on Nuke, they're actually pretty potent, right? The MP9 is a real viable weapon in the upper bomb side towards ramp, and we'll see what they can decide to do, but overall, we can see fnatic preparing for it with a plethora of Mac 10s himself, and with 4 players without helmets, this could actually be a real decent approach.
They got a ton of nades.
Super weird that they don't have any helmets almost.
And just charging down the vents. Yeah, 2 down.
Yeah, they go 2 double door, right? And smoking out. That's what they did against us, at least. Ah, they just run. It's okay.
That might be the round in itself. The fact you're planting already, CTs can't justify this. You have to save.
I would save now for sure.
When you watched the fnatic game back, were you playing your standard Nuke, or was there something that had felt exploited, something had felt a little off? Or was it when you watch it back, you guys were doing your things, it was just they had a counter?
Well, I think it was a bit of both. Like, we definitely did a ton of mistakes that we shouldn't have. We threw away a 5 versus 3 in our own force buy. We lost the anti-eco. We usually we're pretty good even if you are man down and we have some information, and we threw away some of those rounds as well. So it was disappointing, but at the same time, a lot of credit to roeJ and Nikodos, especially roeJ with his positioning. He was literally everywhere. Like when we wanted to go under, he was under.
He's had a hell of a tournament, hasn't he? He's looked really fantastic, actually.
Yeah. No, he's been really good. I know for a fact he was struggling a bit in Katowice. You can always see on roeJ if he's having a struggle with his individual game, because then he will switch to default knife to punish himself.
I always, that's the funniest thing.
What an insight that is.
So whenever you see him pull out the vanilla knife, he's not happy.
I guess it's a fair punishment. You lose the drip if you can't perform. As we get into the next round, there's another vent dive coming through here. Uncontested, not taking any damage en route. Have they got the bomb down? And they have. It's on the back of Fasher. If they nail this kill, this could be 3-0 locked in once again. You might have to consider saving once more. Not the most exciting start, but very promising for fnatic as the bomb is planted. Yeah, there's really nothing you can do. Even if you went for exits, there's no AK-47s in play. It's just Mac 10s and Galils.
What I don't understand is fnatic to have the audacity to go for just the double pump on a vent drop.
Yeah. No, it's not the worst. Like, for example, I decided to rush inner 2 times against MIBR as anti-ecos as well, and then they tried to do the same. Obviously, that was a bit easy to read when we just did it. I felt like they felt bad about it, so they wanted to give us the same treatment. But yeah, no, it's not that bad. Like, I honestly think fnatic will have a game plan a lot to hit the B-bomb side in this game, because from playing against Eternal Fire myself, they sometimes are a bit slow to rotate, and that could be an issue for them for sure.
Well, there we have it. 4 players survive for Eternal Fire. It is going to be 3-0 for Fnatic, however. Now, this is what we'd call a bonus round. Now, how do you like to operate in these sort of rounds, Rasmus? Are you thinking where you've got Mac-10s, Galils, are you changing things up? Are you going for a set piece, a pound strategy, or are you happy just to run defaults here?
That's not so much defaults with Mac-10, but especially on a map like Nuke, you can go for a lot of set strats, right?
Yeah.
Especially towards the A-bomb side, but you could also just go for the same strat once more. Like,
I love that as well.
Yeah,
Exactly. Why not? If it's not broke, don't fix it, you know? And it's worked out again. They've actually got 2 players down. That's so sick.
3 players down even.
Oh no. And it's the Mac-10 the MP9 to defend, and xFlower's dropped. There's another save, I think. The bomb will be planted again. This is so strange.
Bro, wait, I'm doing the math. 5, 6, 7, 8 frags in 4 rounds for the winning team.
They have run the same strat 3 rounds in a row.
Yeah, let's make it 15, why not?
Yeah, let's just keep going. They just use Galils and Mac-10s the whole game.
Yeah.
I mean, the bonus is you get eventually, you can start taking these CT weapons away. I mean, these boys have been saving.
Well, then now you've conditioned them so much, and this is the point now. Do we just keep doing it? Now do we just go for a ramp rush? We change it up? It's a very interesting point of the game now, because this is obviously a massive flaw for Eternal Fire, letting these Mac-10s and Galils down with no contact whatsoever. Xantares and imoRR will save the AWP, and the M4A1, I say that, Xantares looks like he's being hunted. He's definitely going down. Another gut punch for the Turks there. imoRR does save the AWP, but had 0 impact so far. An emphatic start from Fnatic, and they have the game in the grasp of their hand right now. This is looking perfect.
I mean, Fasher and roeJ have got over 10K, and that is, I mean, a dream for a T side starting off on Nuke.
Look at him in the face with the volley. Oh, that's so unfortunate for them.
They didn't quite get it down in time.
Yeah. But now you can go a lot of ways with this, right? Because now you know they will focus a lot around door. Because they have to, for example, the yard player for the CTs will have to start main now to spam the vent. And at the same time, they will probably just, you know, focus more about the A side and be more compact towards inner. So you can kind of choose, like, do you want to go yard and get the space because he's starting main, or do you want to go maybe towards ramp because the backup will be far away?
They're in so much trouble now. Eternal Fire, the fact they've called a timeout, it suggests they're adapting. They're going to try and change and their setup. And now you're just going to throw something else at them. And that's the thing. The mind games are just so deep at this stage. In-game leaders are really stressed out at this point. Oh, I guess Mezzi's not. He's really enjoying himself. It's major for sure, as they don't actually fully invest into this.
If I had to guess right now, imoRR would go for his hot peak now, right? And they would molly ramp through the... Oh, no, xCloud doesn't even have a molly.
Oh, they're coming quick. There was some pace behind that.
Did they try again? Or?
roeJ has gone down. Oh, and Crims didn't have anything on the clear, gets a chance and does profit. Still, Calyx on the hut with the double. Nikados into the top side. Bomb is on his back and is coming up from both sides. Main, Heaven, the molly.
Is Messi on silo right now? What's going on? He's still on silo. Oh, I would be so mad.
Yeah, well, he's tagged him up. Now they know.
The bomb.
Okay, this is Fruit Loop Counter-Strike right now.
Good smoke though. That buys some space.
Really
he's gonna get to CT vent. That's a powerful smoke. xFlower's trying to get info. A tap missing. Nikados is getting pincered in. Sprayed on down. He wins his duel just about. Finds the headshot onto xFlower.
Well, there we have it. Xantares with no kit, no utility. He probably gets a kill, but there's no chance of him defusing this bomb. Nikados will make some sound cues, but he's got away to safety. He's got 3 kills in the round. The hero for Fnatic after losing that first frag as well. They salvaged the round. Eternal Fire continue to plummet here. 5-0 on their CT campaign. This is not part of the script. He will survive, but...
What a round from Nikados as well. 3 kills in us, like...
On a rifle. Yeah, I mean, love that. What was especially interesting, and it's rattling around my brain now, Hank, is Keita was saying, with a little smirk on his face, oh yeah, no, I watched the fight, I watched our first move back, and I saw a couple of things that I feel like we could exploit. This is a 5-0 T start. I don't know if I'm reading too much into it, but it's foreshadowing.
This bot and 1. A decent buy this time. 4 rifles, the AWP, which is positioned towards ramp, and they are changing the stance. Fnatic this time testing this area. Exchange of utility, Fasher to lead the charge. But for now, just pumping the brakes. They don't have to commit to anything here. Waiting to see what sort of setup they're up against.
imoRR's alone here.
No orb on the T, so it's going to be really hard to trade this guy as well if he actually peeks. Oh, the timing.
Oh, the timing. Flash. So blind, he has to run. He's turning tail.
They are chasing him, bro.
We'll catch Fasher, very aggressive, and raising Hoopsy's brow, but it's a big one back. imoRR down. Rotate is in. It's up to Maja, who's now smoked off, and roeJ's caught Xantares in the yard. What's he supposed to do? 2 smokes, throws out a 3rd of his own.
Yeah, roeJ is doing a really good job of keeping them in check, but this is what I talked about. You see the AWP getting chased down, and they only rotate one guy down. Like, in this scenario, I would expect us, for example, to rotate 2 guys down because they're just chasing him. They're just running like crazy, right? So I think this is something that Fnatic really want to do, like going ramp to B, going outside to B, straight down vents like they did 4 times.
So perhaps that exploit that Keita saying he can find might be that they have those slow rotations that you identified.
I really think it's the B side that they're trying to hit, yeah.
Yeah, okay, and an interesting one. Because look what it's done to them. I mean, Magic's going to try and save as best he can, finds himself an AK.
That's about it, right? Sure, you'll save a rifle for the next round, but I don't think it's going to mean a whole bunch, considering how strong Fnatic are looking right now. They are high rolling as well. $10,000 on roeJ. Just up to Calyx to save, and they won't have the same luxury. They'll be getting 3,400 per player. They'll save a rifle. xFlow can buy the AWP, but that hasn't really had massive impact. 1 frag found towards the ramp, dropping down. An equal trade, which just opens up the runway for Fnatic to make their way down towards the lower side once again. And Mezzi, great shot, and more arguably should have fell back there, but it all falls apart in another tactical timeout where they find themselves with a 6-0 deficit.
It's also been kind of an emotional roller coaster. I was watching the last of Overpass, right? And like Eternal Fire was kind of coming back, and then they lose this round with Messi's 4K on B. And you could just see on their body language they were devastated after that round.
They knew at that point. That was the backbreaker, right? Everything's dumped.
But then they actually come back anyway, right? And get the OT, and then they lose anyway. So they had to really hard reset.
That's the roller coaster we're talking about, yeah.
And then I could imagine they use the break to reset and like come in with a good mood, and then you start going down 6-0.
Yeah.
Then it's tough, right?
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Well, this is the worst possible start you can have on the CT side of Nuke. I think that's fair to say. It doesn't get much rougher than this. They will have the resources to buy into it by virtue of the maximum loss bonus. But again, lacking helmets, 1 defuse kit, not all the utility they need, and it's a change of pace. We're going towards outside this time, running through the flames, running the gauntlet and more. He loses vision just as they cross, and it's going to be roeJ with that first pick. Even with one of the smokes pushed back, they've made it safely across with a man advantage.
Yeah, the bomb's not with them, but they are happy to at least force a rotate, you would think. imoRR's had a bullet lodged into his Kevlar.
Nice job.
That's big.
I think Fnatic got super surprised that they had enough money for an AWP again, because typically if you do this strat and you don't smoke the second smoke in the wall, that's because you want to surprise them and strafe with rifles, right? And this abuse that at Eternal Fire don't have an AWP, so I really think they got surprised and a bit lucky, actually.
Well, still a lot of work to do. A 4-4, I'd say, favors Fnatic as Mezzi misses the information. He seems to be aware of it, though. Did he spot the head? He must have done. Waiting for his teammates to swing out at him. They know he's there.
Molly for sure, no?
Well, he's not mollied it. Yeah.
Oh, he did now.
Yeah. Oh, easy as that. Still, imoRRR a threat. This dude's had 5 HP for both of these. 2 frags from the AWPer. He's now been finished off. And that bomb is on its way, courtesy of Crims. Calyx still on that top side. umoRR working his way back in from Trophy.
There's so much work to do. Once that bomb's down, there's still smokes, molotovs, flashes available for Fnatic. They go for the plant now, and it's an open runway to actually get it planted as well.
And now they will get both decon and office, at least that's what we call it, the double doors and the single door. So it has to be another save. Like, this is impossible to win this after them. So, or this retake.
Yeah.
It gets to the point that we are so desperate for a round, you'll give it a go. Down to a 2-on-2.
Yeah, maybe.
See what they can do with it. The bomb, about a quarter of the way gone so far. They have flashes and an HE, but how do they find a kill here? roeJ and Crims left to defend.
That's roeJ actually catching a lot of flack. Needs to chill as Calyx has taken down Crims, and they're doing it. Kit on Madja. He has to be the one to defuse. Fakes it. Fakes it. Madja, you have the kit, and he holds his nerve. Should have time.
And they've got it. It's going to be their first round. It comes right down to the wire. They had to go for it. They're in a desperate situation.
That is an insane round to win.
They actually pull it off. I agree with you. I think traditionally in a normal circumstance, they probably would have saved, but they have to start posting rounds now. They take the risk, they pull it off, and hopefully the start of many, because this one is getting out of control for them.
If this game gets close, then Fnatic will for sure look at this round and be really annoyed by the way they played this. Like Fasher running out in the middle of nowhere, no trade potential or anything. He just died for free, and then they kind of took some weird fights after, I feel like.
Well, money won't be a problem, that's for sure. $14,000 for roeJ as he enters round number 8. It will be a Fnatic timeout, actually. A chance for Keita to chime in and offer up his 2 cents as to what they should do next. Maybe just back to the Venn dives, boys. That was working so well. Bring it back.
Well, yeah, I think the one time that they did actually try and do something in Yard, we saw, of course, the surprise of imoRRR managing to find 2 effective frags, and yeah, the bit of the fumble from fnatic on the close, but it is Eternal Fire breaking their silence. Everyone wanted to see it, especially all of those Eternal Fire fans. Madja towards the top site. We are ready to rock and roll. fnatic off the back of their timeout. Got imoRR towards the hut this time, going for something a bit more aggressive.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Back to, we know it works. Let's just keep doing this. It makes sense. Just
Only one player this time, though.
Exactly. So we're going to go focus towards ramp. And imoRR's not there to defend. So this actually is very viable. xFloud yet to frag. He'll be defending, and there he is. He posts his first, and then what a frag it is as well. They've got the man advantage and then some.
Yeah, okay, Fasha. You got the bomb. Messi has low sight. xFloud going to be quite loud, stampeding around on the site. They're going to see if they can catch any CTs on the reposition.
Yeah, I did see imoRR go for this peak that I talked about earlier with going in hot, and it actually worked again. Last time they played each other on Nuke, they already played once this group stage. It worked really well for imoRR. I think he did it like 2 or 3 times against them actually. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
He's pulled it off.
Well,
and Messi's got this one, surely.
I would say so. That's a clean kill. xFloud only good for 1, and that's the lower bomb site open. Zantara's a CT spawn. He knows he has to rotate. You can see them being a little bit more active now, and Fasha holding off those rotations.
He's holding off the rotations, but he also has the bomb, and he's given him enough time. Oh, Fasha's in trouble. Begging for help. Screaming for it. Strafing, panicking, gets himself down. That was awkward. He overstayed his welcome in the corner, but this is now a 3-on-3.
And I thought he had the rotation. They don't know about this guy.
No, this is an unconfirmed decon.
Messi's holding it.
Can you get back in? You've got smoke on imoRR. Fasha. Oh my god! Opens the door! What's he done that for? Okay, everything falls apart for fnatic.
That's a wild play. roeJ can still save the day, though.
Did they miss the smoke? No, they volleyed the bomb. Missed the smoke on the bomb. Time. Becoming a factor. roeJ can be a hero as he's going 1v3.
Don't peek it. You don't have to.
It's an AWP. It's an AWP. Chill your beans! Takes the fight and clutches up. That got very awkward for a moment, but roeJ the hero puts on his red cape and gets fnatic back to their winning ways.
Oh, this is really rough for Eternal Fire.
Whoa.
But there was about to be one more of those rounds that fnatic would be really mad about if they actually watched it back, but roeJ really pulling the strings.
Yeah, what an amazing performance. No one from Eternal Fire can step up yet. They haven't found a foundation to actually set up their base and actually get established in the CT side. They win 1 round and then lose 2 follow-ups. And again, I think they're down to a partial buy situation.
No, dude. I mean, we talked about the mental. We talked about the mental, the body language, but also missing that smoke. That was so.
That's huge.
After the round, and then you sitting there staring at the molly, and you lose the 1v3. There's so many different puzzle pieces of tilt that are being handed towards Eternal Fire.
Yeah, this is rough.
It's really tough. And it's, I understand why they're taking these timeouts, but unfortunately, we're 8 rounds in, and they've got 1 left.
And yeah, you're a partial buy territory. You've already confirmed that. Calyx has bought a 5-7 in armor. As scouts come out, sure, you can win these rounds, but the way fnatic are playing right now, like, they're even offering up opportunities to come back into these deficits. I feel like this is a foregone conclusion. Towards outside as we go. No AWP required on the T side. The smoke for the cross as they go over towards T-Red, and that was pretty much the best chance imoRR had, is finding a headshot through the smoke. No damage inflicted. They'll help themselves towards that lower area. Just 1 smoke. Happy to take the jewels here. Zantaras will have to do God's work down here to pull this one off. He's got great aim, but doesn't have the firepower right now. They've confirmed his presence and just going to pump the brakes here. Going to fall back, see what the CT reactions are.
Yeah, and they went for the same strat again with this smoke wall without smoking the second smoke.
Yeah.
And of course, it's because like if Eternal Fire was desperate and decided to buy, they would not have money for an AWP this round, and that's why they go for it again. I'm pretty sure. At least makes sense to me. And
you can take fights, so just take those.
You can take fights, like that's it, right? If it's against a bad buy, okay, it's a bit risky against the scout, but still it's worth it in my opinion. So
how meta is it right now on the CT side to try and sabotage the smokes of incendiaries? Is that still as popular as it was last year?
No, not at all, because now the CTs are using a molly, the deep molly that lands at the first box a lot, way more than trying to actually mess with the smokes. So
that's more valuable to the team, actually slowing them down rather than delaying smokes.
Yeah, you can make a lot of aggressive moves, and you also kind of force the Ts to actually make steps and run down secret if they want to make it, right? If they actually smoke from spawn, so...
Okay, interesting.
I always wondered why that molly was so vogue.
Yeah.
But it's because of the idea of just rotting half of the smoke time before they can cross.
Yeah.
Oh, you smart cookie. And Crims has solved the mystery in lobby. Ooh,
hang on.
Damn, imoRR not going to let them get this one for free. Zantara's in the low site, spotted out, and Mezzi's hunting him.
9
running
seconds,
him down.
Boys. Oh, it's planted. Well, it was a close round for a second. It still could be interesting with the low HP of both of them. Crims and Mezzi, 6 HP between the two. No kid, of course, at the CTs. They have to operate very quickly. They won't have the information that these are so tantalizingly low, but still a fighting chance to win this one. The scout, the perfect weapon here as Crims gets dropped. Just Mezzi remaining.
10-second defuse. Oh, imoRR's let it go. They're going to be so mad. Oh, no, more salt in the wound as they let it go. They had to hold it, really. It was a 10-second defuse. You can't fault them. You can't.
Hate to see it, though.
And
you really do.
So close for imoRR, and if he doesn't know that he's low, then he will of course go for the headshot.
head.
That's maybe why he missed. I'm not sure, but
It's another heartbreaking round that slips by the wayside. Commiserations to EF. Oh, it's not over yet, but this is the worst possible start you could ever hope for on the CT side. They've got a full buy here now, and that says it all. Zantara's feeling the pressure. He'll have to step up here, and imoRR's doing everything he can.
ooh, they're triple netting floor, I think, and Calyx is on the side also. It's okay. Nothing to worry about. Just flying by.
Fine. Crims did catch a bullet to the head as well. He's working on low HP.
Yeah. I think one player that is worth mentioning from Eternal Fire, it's often Zantara's getting the spotlight for this team, but I actually am super impressed with imoRR and the way he plays the AWP.
Absolutely.
Like not only with the scout as well, he's shooting heads a lot, but also just the way he moves around the map. Like you never see this guy take a shot and then stay in the same position. He's really
very
like,
dynamic.
Dynamic, yeah. So super impressed with that guy.
Well, what can be done here? Another ramp assault coming in from fnatic. Major will be rotating through the vents. For now, a 3-on-3. And in terms of utility, the CTs have one incendiary, a couple of flashbangs, no kit. So another compromise scenario. Nikados on the AWP this time for a change of pace. And Fasha, he's not being silent about this one at all. They've got information that up is clear. It's down to Calyx from Squeaky to try and deny the plant here. But what can he do? Nothing. An excellent shot. Penetrates his skull, and that might be yet another save. And yeah, Zantara is way too far away to even consider going for this one.
They're really playing a solid Nuke, Fnatic. Like I'm really surprised how good they are on this map. Like I know they like it. I know that Nikodos and roeJ especially likes it from before, and Fasha was playing it as well with I think it was Ecstatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but they are really playing a good game. They all seem so comfortable in like the rotations and understanding like how to react.
Even Nikodos not going down after that one.
Oh, that hurts.
Even if he did, actually their money is not as good as I thought, but now they will still be good for at least 2 buy rounds. So tough for Eternal Fire, really.
9-1 on the T side of the final map of Group A.
Yeah, this is entirely my fault. Like I didn't know I was casting enough to already cast this curse.
The Hooksy buff is real. The Danes are firing on all cylinders. Everyone's contributing on Fnatic as well. It's not like one player is carrying them through this. Everyone's firing up. Everyone's got their rotations down to a T. Every call seems to be spot on, and the money just isn't getting there for Eternal Fire. Once again, maximum loss bonus will only get you so far on the CT side. If you save one rifle, you'll probably compromise future rounds, constantly buying up into these. But of course, you need rounds. You're desperate for them. So you have to take these compromise setups. imoRR, he has the AWP, looking to find double digits, but on a map like Nuke, you can't really carry with the AWP. You're finding the picks, you're rotating, but it's not like you can have the same sort of impact as you can on a map like Inferno, for example. We'll see whether he can actually step up.
He's got an interesting forward spawn. See if he wants to take anything out towards the yard position. Might get boosted up and have a little look. No one's going to be home. Zantara's on that main position, got a lot of responsibility, and hasn't had a lot of fun. As imoRR responsible for that ramp. Okay, a bit more of a slower start. Xflower dispatched early towards Secret to be an early warning system. This utility from Nikodos is very well timed.
And Fnatic should be aware of the AWP being ramped right now because they didn't smoke Molly or anything, I think. They just put him there, right? So you should be aware of it.
Ooh, nice. Ooh, damn, roeJ's gone down. That's a big find from Antares. That's the advantage they were looking for. And here's fnatic trying to right the ship. They're going into
They're
dry.
really taking that chance. That's insane to me. Holy.
And imoRR on the reclear.
Yeah.
They could still go down. One spotted, one down. Nice shot onto Crims. As he trying to close the gap. imoRR so ready for it. Pulling single-handedly his team into a second round, a necessary round.
And that was really about millimeters because like imoRR was searching so far that he didn't get blind by the flash that normally takes the AWP back up. So that was kind of lucky, I would say, but still well played. Like 3 kills, you need plays like this when you're down 9-1, that's for sure.
Henry gave me a nice word. When I want to say lucky, I say fortunate because it makes it sound more civilized. You know? Yeah, very fortunate to have found that one.
Well, Nikados will be saving the AWP. You will not be hunting him on the CT side right now. You know they've got absolutely tons of cash as Nikados with close to $9,000, so won't be a problem. We'll have first stage loss bonus after this one, but there it is. A much needed round there from Eternal Fire, and more stepping up. The player who has been carrying most of the heavy loads so far, hitting the shots that really count, and even more so here in round number 11. Excellent work here. Dodges the flash as mentioned, but makes up for it with the fantastic shots on the follow-up.
And super important that they survive at 5 here, so they actually have another buy round if it should go wrong once again.
We've seen plenty of comebacks, even though it is Nuke. If you can find 4, 5, ideally 6 rounds in this situation, this one's not over. It's going to be the terrorist timeout for now. Discussing their options. It's imoRR that's the real problem right now. The thorn in their side. And where is he going to be this time?
It's really exciting for the next half because against fnatic, at least, we struggled against their CT side, but against the Eternal Fire, I'm pretty sure we struggled against their T side. So I think they're going to their preferred halves next half, and we'll see if Eternal Fire can find some of that they showed against us at least. That was not bad, to say the least.
And more of the best spawn. See if he wants to mix it up. Could get over towards Secret if he so wishes. He is heading in that direction, but maybe focusing towards main and the squeaky door. That's where fnatic have found most of their success, and there it is. Crims trying to get down the vent once again, greeted by the AWP bullet. Early advantage for Eternal Fire.
It's all off the back of imoRR. He's given him a half to work with if he could convert this one as well. The nice aggressive AWP in the feed. And it sends fnatic back to spawn. Ooh.
Hello.
Looked like they wanted to go for this inner pop where that roeJ is really famous for, where they kind of flash through the vent dive smoke and kind of catch the CTs off guard. But I think they should have... It felt like they didn't do anything to stop the main aggression, right? Like no molly, no flash, no nothing. So kind of a risk to take, but...
Nikados is ready for this peek outside. He's on silo right now, and imoRR isn't towards Secret. He falls back. If he had peeked, he was going down. So
maybe he will go back now that he hears the smokes pop, and he has to take a decision at least, but he just decides to stay, I think.
So the wall of smokes is down, and no one from Eternal Fire needs to move by virtue of imoRR's positioning. So
super important to notice that the CTs don't have any more smokes now, so that would likely be a contact play through door now. At least a common thing to do for the Ts if they wait out the round this much.
Yeah, well, with 30 seconds, they better get a move on, and Squeaky does seem like to be likely to be their final call. 20 seconds, though. Imagine this nade could be perfect. Already Xantares delivers, and it's clean. Perfect round from Eternal Fire. Finally keeping that spark lit as they get 2 in a row, trying to exhaust the funds of fnatic, and we're getting there.
Yeah, 2 very convincing rounds at this half. Sure, it's bleak right now, but Eternal Fire are turning up the heat. Great shot from imoRR here. He's the player that's really delivering, and Xantares starting to show some form as well. Solid hold towards upper. No real frags found there from fnatic, and they're actually going to take a partial buy. They're not broke, but they want to make sure they have nice full buys to close out this half. And this one's still viable. With Tech-9s and the AK-47, if you go fast down towards Secret, that run and gun potential of the Tech-9 can be overwhelming. We'll see Major shut down the vent attempt. roeJ, though, still fast down towards Secret. Xantares, though, looking to sabotage their efforts. He's going to push the smoke, and it costs him his life.
And a rifle falls into enemy hands. xFloud responsible for this, and he's already getting hunted by roeJ. There will be ramp support in time. Oof, imoRR again saves them as the distraction leads to another.
If we watch this round back, I really don't like that they commit out under, because Messi was already in garage and he had so much space. They gave up full CT yard control and they just decided to swing out double door, and
And it's loads of time. They really didn't
they
have
had
to
a lot
rush
of time to work, but they could have done whatever they wanted. So I think maybe some miscommunication in a hectic moment or something.
Chance though, let me tell you, this kid knows how to exploit a gap in the system. Mezzy is biding his time.
He actually found the frag now.
Yeah, but what about the
Major goes down! What a shot out of Crims!
Okay, 4-on-2. The dream is alive. They are going to be up against more of the AWP. The nightmare weapon to retake. And X-Cloud is so far away. He's towards Secret right now. Makes his way towards main.
For Eternal Fire, I actually feel bad for them.
Yeah, this would be rough. After 2 great rounds as well. This one was looking convincing. They're on the back foot here. The open the retake is not ideal.
Oh, and Messi went for the wind dive to flank main as well. So this will be really tough for X-Cloud, I think.
Screwed, surely imoRR.
And it's planted for main as well. So not bad from Messi here.
He's played it perfectly, and it's a free
shot.
Yeah, exactly. And only one more missed shot out of imoRR. This is a 10th round. It's sealed, secure. Mezzy has pulled his team back into the run-in for a 10th.
And he's dead as well.
Losing it all in the process. Was that a 2 versus 4?
Yep, and as soon as Mezzy gets some space, you know he can do something with it. You let him cook, he can conjure up something quite special every single time. We used to rely on him with those sort of rounds in C9 all the time. You know, if he has an opportunity, he will get the absolute most out of it. And Crims, that seals the deal. That's shot. Yeah,
that was crucial to the round. Like,
so
Messi did really good, and he did a lot of work in the afterplane as well. But if Crims doesn't hit that shot, then I think it looks very different. So
like
credits to both of them for sure.
My heart breaks for Eternal Fire. They still have a full buy here. If they can get 10-5, we're still on. Could be a decent game of pistol victory and some momentum of their own. They're certainly capable. They'll be fired up beyond belief. Last chance saloon here, the final map of Group A here at ESL Pro League. And more strikes first, finds the in-game leader, the hero of the previous round, in the form of Mezzy.
And more damage inflicted. Roy's hanging on by a thread, tagged up by Zantares. And this is an advantage that Eternal Fire cannot afford to forego.
Like you better suck in the belly when you try to cross to Secret these days. Like, people are spamming like crazy. Yeah. And especially since a lot of the Eternal Fire guys are still playing Silence, I think. It's just so easy to spam, and you know, there's no risk really because you have no tracers. So I really hated that meta with Silencer before. I'm so much happy now. Also, I have Justin on my team, and he likes the A4, so
everyone wins.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, roeJ is still down here. Is he undetected? They don't seem to have any awareness of his presence. They're kind of searching the lower bombs. Okay, they do know he's down there somewhere, but he'll have to make noise to get out of the window. He's hoping for a mistake here, but time is of the essence. 30 seconds.
I think they're waiting for roeJ to the... No, wait, they're going first. I think roeJ should have faked under and they should have went in instead. That would have been better for the team.
Still 2 down there, though.
Oh, it's because they want to go under.
That's why! They're going vents, and as the door opens, they surely dead men. Oh, saved by Fasha. Low, and sent lower by the imoRR. Dead on Nikados. It's only roeJ, and he was supposed to be the hidden element. Now he's going to struggle to do anything with this one, and a 4th is secure. A triple out of imoRR. He opens, he closes, he's doing everything. And every time we cut to the cam, he is vexed. He is frustrated.
Just to know, 18 and 8 right now for imoRR. He is going above and beyond for the squad. Hasn't missed a shot since they started finding rounds, and he is absolutely in full send mode at this stage.
I didn't even jinx him. I'm so happy about that. I was so scared.
Wow.
No, but I, for this mid-round call that they wanted to go down vents, the reason why I don't like it too much is because they threw the smoke wall and denied the information in the start, right? So that would make the CTs go under.
Except Eternal Fire don't tend to do that.
Yeah, but they used the B side a lot already, right? This is a really fast round. Holy moly.
This is aggressive. The pincer maneuver towards lobby. They lose the AWP early. Nikados goes down. Crims to follow. And 10-5. I don't know, considering how this started, I would say that's not the worst result. They were 9-1 down, Alex.
Yeah, it's a huge recovery. I mean, this is 4 if they convert, or when, I should say.
I would say when, but you never know. roeJ is looking like he's in a dangerous spot again.
They don't know.
Zantares, what are you up to, bro? What is that?
Yeah, but this is the thing I wanted to make this point before. If roeJ cross Secret without smokes, and then they go for the vent dive, that would make sense, because then you would not encourage the CTs to be B-side already, right? There's no reason to rotate if they can't be there, right? But now...
Oh, they lose this round because of that. Oh my god.
Should be fine.
They have a lot of nades, a lot of kits, and there's really almost nothing
I
left for
bro,
the
I don't know.
I don't want to say after the rounds I've seen so far.
Yeah, you're right, though. They only have a couple of flashes on the T side.
Yeah.
But roeJ, he wants to show he can get it done on the lower bomb
he's
side. Had a couple of unfortunate situations.
He's in a good position for multi-kill here with the headshot angles and everything. He can like jiggle back and forth.
Oh, and there's imoRR down. The impact player falls first. Calyx needs the trade. He's hungry for it. He's still alive. Somebody take him down. Madja will. And on the deagle from Fasher. They keep it competitive.
The time.
Oh,
it's so long.
Hooksy, you're right. They need to get on it now. The kit's on Calyx.
Swing.
Calyx isn't on it. Madja's on it. There's no time. They've lost it.
I can't believe that. I feel sick. Oh, no.
Oh, that is revolting. We are absolutely going to have to take a break, and I think Eternal Fire are going to use every second of it. See you in a sec.
Oh, dear.
I'm rooting for fnatic, but I feel bad.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Wow.
What's in them feet? Yo, wait, look, this my Jackie Chan's. Y'all ain't got my reach. I ball like Kyrie or Rick. Know y'all mad at me, okay. Homie say la vie. Word been mad like. Y'all best act right. Say you think I'm that guy. Got you mad tight. Oh nah. Hold the crown like Bron. It just is what it is. Got this ish on lock. Y'all gon' watch me do my dance in this land, la. I ain't married to the game, but to these boys I'm pow.
Wow, yeah, back at it again. Wow, I'm back in the gym. Yeah, that feel like a switch. Yeah, they know I don't miss. Whoa, brought my team with me. Yeah, they know we gon' eat. Whoa, who that with that heat? Oh, that's that RMG.
Hey, freedom is ours. Woo! Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Freedom is ours. You know, fist up, we got power. Woo! Hey, say it again, man. Freedom is ours. Fist up in the air. Who got the power? You know. Hey, say it again. Freedom is ours. We got the power. We gonna make it this thing ours. We're gonna squeeze that laminator, sweet or sour. We got the room shaking. That be the mood breaker. You better move break. You say it, man. Freedom is ours. I tell my brothers to never relent. Black skin, you ain't gotta pretend. Gotta give it like 100%. Do more, give 110. Freedom is ours, huh? I gotta leave in an hour, huh? I had a meet with the powers, huh? They wanna give it, allow it. We gotta take it, but brace yourself. There's water we had. Got a bottle, then pour me a glass. Take a seat when I talk to the class. Look at their faces, all of them mad. But some of you gotta relax. You said we weren't up to the task, now we just laugh. Freedom is ours. You know, fist up, we got power. Woo! Hey, say it again, man. Freedom is ours. Fist up in the air. Who got the power? You know. Hey, say it again. Freedom is ours. My God, he's a viral.
Ladies and gentlemen, one final half of Counter-Strike. We have reached the midnight mark, and so fnatic and Eternal Fire burn the midnight oil in pursuit of the final spot. One spot and one opportunity for both of these teams. Only one seat at the table. Eternal Fire, though, floundering in this final map's first half, and it has been brutal. I mean, to the point where Hooksy, Fnatic's #1 fan, is feeling some sympathy, and understandably so. Counter-Strike can be such a cruel mistress, and losing can feel...
It stays with you. I'm sure we can all attest to that. Losing in Counter-Strike stays with you for weeks. It makes you feel ill. It makes you feel depressed. It's a horrible feeling, especially when you get so close.
This is a quick start on the T-start for Eternal Fire, just immediately charging and demanding access to ramp.
And they will have to jump into the windows into office because they have no more nades, so they need some control for sure.
He lets them go. Crims, oh my god! Ooh. Crims gets 2 of them! Roy does meet Zantara's clock. It's Fasher that shuts him down before things can spiral, but this is a must-win for Eternal Fire, and it's down to a 2-on-1.
Wow, Crims, what a round.
He's doing it all. The Swede wants a quad kill. Xfloud might give it to him, charging in now. Nikodos to provide some support. And it's 4 from Crims to take Fnatic a leap in the right direction. What was that discipline?
Yeah, that was experience. Like, he's an experienced guy, right? So
and that was balls really of steel to let them run past there, and then reacting perfectly. 4 kills in total. What a hero. And that might be a death sentence now for Eternal Fire. 12-4 down. They have to force buy here. Can't afford to let this one stack up and get a 3-0 conversion. They have to win this one. They'll go in with Tech 9s. 1 Galil on the Turkish Terminator. Zantares hoping to carry the round single-handedly. He'll be up against a plethora of SMGs. That's one thing they've got going for them. But just 1 Galil to save the day. It doesn't sound good. Smoke down towards Squeaky.
Fnatic went for a triple nade silo. I don't know what kind of prep they have done, but that seems a bit wild in the second round, I feel like.
True, yeah.
Holy moly.
Didn't quite get them anything this time.
No.
And back to the... Actually, the teams have more nades.
Like, either this is an inner pop or it's like inner fake to ramp. One of the two. It looks like towards ramp.
Yeah. Crims is there, though. He's got the M4A4 in hand. A flashbang in reserve is required. He'll just be playing for 1 kill, though. Doesn't have to fully commit. Playing at the entrance. Get the information. Take 1 down. Delay if possible. He can't even get it, though. Good start.
Really good start. It's up to Nikodos if he wants to be any more aggressive than that. That's surely going to be enough.
Nico.
Yeah, Calix has been caught out. There should be nothing more for Nikodos. He's got no hope as they hit the shot. Big one from Zantares.
Well, this one is on now. 45 seconds remaining. A man advantage for Eternal Fire. 3-on-2 in their favor, but Mezzi, the linchpin of the lower bomb site. He knows a more could be on the other side as the bomb is planted. They should be converting this one. This force buy looking very good. Fasher coming in from the ramp, and Mezzi biding his time. Doesn't want to be the first to strike. Eventually, though, he's going to have to step forward, and he feels the pressure coming in.
Favorite duel here for emo because of the HP, right? They both have 29.
Yeah. Well, there we have it.
Tough. No, I understand what Nikodos tried to do. He obviously tried to hold the M4 so the T's couldn't get it, but it's just so risky to already, you know, they already lose 1 guy, so if you try and do too much, it will be devastating, right? And it ended up costing them the round pretty much, I feel like. And it was actually a good position from Crims on ramp. He bought the M4 to you know,
play the long range.
Playing the long range, and he doesn't have the nades to play anywhere else, so I'm actually super surprised he didn't get any kills at all out of that.
Yeah, it seemed like he was destined for one. Did some considerable damage, but there we have it. Eternal Fire will bounce back. A much-needed second-round force-buy victory. Fasher to save the M4A1S, so they're going to force buy back themselves, but Eternal Fire now with some foundations to build upon. They'll be focusing on SMGs themselves. 2 MAC-10s, an MP9 as well, and no helmets really to be spotted at all, so they're going to be very, very effective MAC-10s. It's a dream setup, and they'll probably keep the pace nice and fast as well.
Yeah,
looks like
it. Looks like it.
Sheesh, okay, so Mezzi with a 5-7 can try and disrupt, but Zantares will take his head clean off, and Zantares double. Fasher the same, 1-way dropped. He's going to be waiting a while before he can implement that.
That was surely a page out of D2's book.
That felt like one. They've even got the flash for the re-aggress. The bomb's not been planted. It's Calix that's thinking about doing so, and Zantara is going to try and hold around the heaven position. 2 from there. Nikodos to flash.
No kit, so they have to get moving pretty soon. No smoke as well.
They're on their way. Already spotting 1 towards the T-Fen. Calix, though, good for it. Fasher's done so much work, but it seems like it's all in vain.
Excellent work there from Eternal Fire. They are not going down without a fight. Another must-win round, of course. They pretty much all are at this stage, and they are closing the gap. That was the force buy from fnatic, and once again, saving the M4A1S, and they'll have 2 rifles themselves to leave the round with. That's going to have to be the eco now for fnatic at the very least. A little partial buy around this M4, but Eternal Fire, they're doing what they have to so far.
Rasmus, I have a question. Nikedos. He's someone I don't get to speak to often.
Yeah.
When I do speak to him, he seems really cool and quite kind of to himself. You know, he's not like desperate for people's attention. He's just doing his thing, chilling out. Is there any kind of insights you can give us into the person behind the nickname?
Yeah, like he's kind of childish.
Childish?
Yeah. You know, like...
I mean, I see his tweets. I see his approach to Twitter. You know, the man likes to meme.
Yeah. No, he's just kind of a goofy guy who doesn't take life too seriously and
frag out while he's doing it.
And, you know, like, he's just enjoying life, I think. There's not much to say about him.
We could have an eco victory here. At least it's a good start.
Oh, Henry, hold your horses.
They have got the early frag, and they're forcing them down towards lower. We'll see. This rotations are coming in thick and fast. And fnatic are known for a eco victory.
Oh, they tried to do what fnatic did to them, right? The fast vent divers anti-eco, so not a bad idea.
So far,
it seems to be under control, at least.
It's all about damage for Nikodas now. And maybe roeJ can save the other rifle if he decides to go. Yeah.
Express delivery. Nikodos Services, DHL,
what a good friend.
Has a new employee. There we go. So they both leave with a rifle. I mean, there's the damage. 2 kills, grabs himself an M4 for his teammate. It's certainly something to be celebrated, but so is this for Eternal Fire. That's 3.
If Major cannot get a rifle, then this is a really good round for fnatic. I would say it's basically 3 kills.
That's nice. That's a nice way to frame it. And especially considering it's all bomb detonation, so there is so much cash in the coffers now for Eternal Fire for this long road all the way back to a competitive scoreline.
Kind of similar starts for both teams on the T side and CT side, so yeah.
There's some juggling from Nikedos. Can you juggle? No, me neither. I think
I can juggle with 3, but it's not that impressive.
Once you get to 4, it looks cool.
Exactly. 3 is like, okay, you've spent a week learning how to do it. Well, congratulations. But that's about it. Once you know it, it's like riding a bike.
I was watching the tutorial, and he starts with 2. And it's just, very unimpressive. I can do that, though. I can do the 2.
I think I'm nearly on 18,000 hours of CS at this point, so no, I didn't have time to learn to juggle as well.
Do you ever think about all the time you spent on the toilet, and you could have probably spent it learning a skill while you were there? You know, what if you had like a little book or something? You could actually, like, by the time you've died, you'd have learned something while you were sleeping.
Take that to the grave.
Yeah.
Well then.
Nikedos, what are you doing? Okay, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. imoRR didn't pull the trigger, and that's because he's waiting for roeJ. There's no way, roeJ. After the info that Nikedos has got.
Surely you would get a flash from someone. Well, both inner players have the flash. That's annoying.
Eesh. Okay, so he just has to sit and wait. Now there's a 3 and bomb specifically.
But they're trying to fake inner now, and then they will stray from red to secret, and then roeJ will be in a super good position if he doesn't run back.
I like the way you say roeJ. Good incendiary. Very good incendiary. Oh, Calix has given him the bomb.
Good discipline as well. Doesn't swing on the face, maintaining that advantage. And wow, it's an absolute stomping here as it's a clean sweep coming through. Barely any damage inflicted there from Eternal Fire. The outside take completely shut down from the strike from Secret. And yeah, they do everything they can to guarantee that round. No risk of losing it. And now we go 13-7. Eternal Fire have got the cash to answer back here, but time is running thin.
Yeah, I could imagine that roeJ thought it was good to play around Secret and Yard because Eternal Fire should have the information that fnatic didn't have an AWP last round, right? So it would make sense to go out Yard and take the duels. So a good read again from roeJ. I really think he is one of the best CT players in the world when it comes to reading the game. And he's doing a lot of talking for fnatic as well on the CT side, I'm sure.
That's so cool. CT specialist, roeJ.
He is really a CT specialist.
Wait, say it one more time.
roeJ?
roeJ.
We don't have the I don't know, the training of our voice boxes to even pronounce that.
I'd like to try, but that's roeJ.
I don't even know.
You can say his full name if you want.
Go on.
Frederik roeJ Jørgensen.
I'm sorry. Bless you. Let me get you a tissue. Like, what's the dessert called? Hugugaflu?
Nah, that was pretty far from it.
No? Okay.
Let's not get into more Danish for now.
No, we'll leave it. We've got a big round of Counter-Strike.
It's a tough language to learn. I haven't seen these smokes since I watched a big demo, I think. It's really not often that people throw them from that close to lobby.
But Ares is working around these yard smokes. It's roeJ on the other side of things. A lot of talking from Maja. A lot of talking. 40 seconds. What's the call? Heading towards that top side. mezii to be tested. Eats the flash. Is he going to be checked? Already roeJ good for the first outside. It's Calix to beat mezii. Big frags from xFloud. He gets 2 on the way in. Huge. Maja escorts roeJ to join them. And it's only Nikodos detached from the pack. He finds himself just heading to save.
That was super good, well executed from Eternal Fire. I don't know if we have a replay of it, but I was really surprised that roeJ won the duel against Xantares in Secret after they went for the inner execute. He was still aware of Secret. That was pretty surprising to me.
Yeah, good awareness for sure. And is Nikodos punish? Oh, it's imoRR. I was wondering if he was punishing himself. No. Okay. And he shouldn't be, considering he's had a great performance.
I think Nikodos loves skins too much to punish himself that way. It's mostly roeJ who's doing it. So. And
for those that have tuned in and missed it, apparently roeJ punishes himself when he's having a bad tournament by removing his skin. He doesn't get the joy of looking at his fancy knife. Nope. That's nice.
It's a good compromise.
Imagine having a butterfly sapphire that is like maybe worth 15,000 euro. You just have it in the inventory because you have to punish yourself.
I like it, yeah. Whatever it takes.
Yeah, sure.
This was the double from xFloud. Lovely way into the site.
Good shooting from him.
And everyone just falling.
They're not done yet. This is everything for them. It's been a long stint here in Malta. Here, attending CCT last week. Dozens and dozens of maps for Eternal Fire, all culminating here tonight. One final half. They've been on the back foot. They were 9-1 down on their CT campaign. And they've made this one viable. This one seems like at least possible to pull it back.
They pushed G2. You know, and Hooksy...
The round before where roeJ was playing Secret and then, you know, fnatic didn't really go for any plays or anything. Then you can only do so much as Eternal Fire. I think if fnatic manages to stop the inner XX, then it's going to be a really tough time for Eternal Fire.
Well, here we go. Nikodos towards the ramp room to open things up. Utility exchange. It's a perfect position for mezii. Looking for that double kill. One more bullet would do it, but he can't find it yet. xFloud strikes from the hut. Back and forth we go, but fnatic will maintain the advantage. 4-on-2. Calix, the walking wounded, as Xantares trying to salvage the situation. Nothing can be done. Round is over. Caught with the pants down as they come out through the smoke. And now Calix will just have to save the AK. That's really all he can do. 14-8 is confirmed. In terms of cash, they will have another buy available to them, but it'll be compromised to say the very least, and that's if Calix saves the AK.
It's really not going to look good for Eternal Fire next round in terms of money. Okay, so they just ran a strat that
they get $1,400.
Yeah, they just ran a strat that they should be familiar with because they did it last time as well. It's like the Sinner Pop where they extinguish the door smoke themselves and then they run out. But this time, mezii dealt with it way better than last time. It was a clean round, I think, for Eternal Fire last time.
Yeah.
But one round Eternal Fire could do last time. I know they have this thing where they try to force Crims into rotating from ramp, and then they hit ramp after, and maybe they could do the same this time. It would make sense.
How do you typically force a ramp player to rotate? Just with yard or?
So the way Eternal Fire did it was they threw outside smokes and they extinguished the molly that the CTs are throwing deep that I talked about before.
Yeah, okay, so immediately it's like there could be a lot of bodies going CT.
Yeah, so you know they can run fast and then the lobby player will explode the door and molly vents, so it stops the inner guys from rotating. So then the last resort you have is the ramp guy going down and the AWPer taking over, and in that gap you have to hit ramp.
Ah, that's so 5D chess.
Oh, there it is. Nikodos pushing that ramp as the upper attack comes through as well. And they did take Calix down at the very end. So 14-8. If they had saved the AK, it'd look much better than this. But they've got a couple of rifles. xFloud, how does he got the Tech 9 as well? So it's enough to win a round, and they're certainly capable. They'll need the big names to step up. It's going to be Calix and Xantares, as you might expect, with these AKs. A major full send, trying to get down towards Secret as quickly as possible, waiting for that second smoke, and successfully makes it.
And spamming the smoke implies he wants them to know there's bodies behind this. Yeah, exactly. Look, he's throwing the molly. This is all part of the plan. This
and
is all
the rest
part
are
of the
trying to go main here.
And then he does the smoke and molly? Oh, no, he doesn't have one. xFloud.
That was such a good position from Crims.
Oh, but Xantares was heating up. Finally gets silenced as Fasher finds a double. He's still on, though. A big frag from xFloud. Caught by the AWP on the site. Nikodos is there. It leaves it all onto Maja.
And they should know that he was shot as well. Typically, the IGL goes with the pack, right? So I think they will be aware of like some lurk like this when the time becomes a bit lower.
Nikodos felt like he was getting walked on there.
Yeah, but he's trying to isolate himself in hot now because he's feeling the pressure from the heaven, but I think he's a bit too late.
Very much so, Rasmus, because we got a one-on-one. It's Roy up against Maja, and with a bomb closer to the CT. What do you do now? You've been spotted, Heaven.
And now Major's like playing the mind games, right? Because now he's a threat from main as well, so now Roy has to think about his options.
Maja wins it! Roy dinks him, but Maja lives on and gives a chance for Eternal Fire.
It was on a silver platter there for Roy.
He looked away.
Surely that's back to the default knife.
Yeah, that might have to be. That was for series points as well. I'm not sure we'll see it from his POV, but he had that kill all day long. Look how much time he had. And Major recovers, finds the headshot. Oh, that's so frustrating for him.
This is don't really frag that much, but then they pull like this one round out of nowhere. So.
Oh, it's forced an eco out of fnatic as well. This is for double digits.
Holy moly, Henry. There's like, I'm not talking about that hope we were referring to before. There's hope.
Oh,
there's real hope. Now. As the 10th comes on in, xCloud will farm on 3 with the Galil and put Roy on his own with some nice weapon upgrades.
They could have went wrong for sure. They had 2 guys on the boost. I would never have expected that.
Oh, hello. 1,
let's just
2,
run into the last guy.
Come on now.
No. There was a chance there, wasn't there? Well, they're still recovering financially. Yes, there is a buy there for Fnatic. I'd say this is tactical timeout territory, though. As you see, the FAMASs come out. They'll have bare bones utility.
Really, they're buying here? Like
it's okay.
If I'm up 14-10 on the CT side of Nuke, I think I would wait until I have the AWP and Nico.
You want to have all your resources. You want to have your AWP out.
I would definitely, as the ideal, not take the FAMAS.
Yeah, fair.
Not if I'm Messi, at least. He's really good individually, so...
He is good.
Let's see
Strong
what it
player.
leads to. Yeah. Interesting to see a run boost get as Antares.
Yeah, so that's a way to deal with the deep molly that I talked about is really meta right now, and something we actually also do ourselves. So he's probably ahead of the timing that Nikodos expects here, and that will, if he keeps continuing, like just walk through the smoke soon into garage. If he did that, he could have won the round by himself. But I understand why he's.
Cautious.
Yeah.
Oh, Crim's so blind. They know he's there. And that's xCloud. Flattens the defender. The seasoned veteran.
There it is.
Gone. And there's the timing. You were talking about. Xantares has caught Nikodos. And now Fnatic are quaking in their boots. Hoping for a multi-kill out of Roy. Fasher only the one. Needs a whole lot more. And Calyx too quick.
Bear in mind they had no helmets there, so the Galil
got that kill. Then it would have been a 2 vs 2 and it could have gone so many places. But now... it is to Messi's favor that they are slowing it down a bit, I feel like, but...
Yeah, hold on. Nothing you can do. And another round. This is well back on. I can't believe they've recovered this. What an amazing showing from Eternal Fire. The mental fortitude, the tenacity.
I am getting flashbacks from our game. This is exactly how our game went as well.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They came back and they were so annoying on this side.
You win the pistol, then you get broke second round, and then you just win one weapon round and you get broke again, and it's... really tough.
They're down to an eco here.
Yeah. But next weapon round, they will have the AWP on Nikodos, and I truly believe that should be the difference maker.
Which is what you were hoping to save one more round for. Let's see. For now, yeah, as you said, partial. Looks like it will be 12 for Eternal Fire. But they were 9-1 down, Henry. Let's remind everyone at home. They were 9 T rounds to 1 CT round. Everyone would look at that and think, okay, this surely you could stick a fork in this one. But Eternal Fire, resilient, tenacious, and Fnatic certainly haven't lost any form. You know, people talked about endurance. These boys came in steaming hot.
Now, this is resounding from Eternal Fire. Been a huge fan of them the last couple of weeks and continuing to keep their heads held high in the face of adversity when it looked like they were done and dusted in this series, in this tournament. And here they are.
They really came out of nowhere the last couple of weeks, right? Like before this tournament, they just won. Obviously I knew the team existed and that they were like a top 30 team consistently, but this is really, really impressive compared to what I was expecting, at least before that tournament.
And I love that xCloud and imoRR at the top of the score, but this isn't, you know, the Xantares +4 joke. Yeah. It is a very real squad.
Well, let's see what can be done here. There is a little bit of a stack here. 2 players of that 1D connect. Nikodos normally good for them. They might be onto something, but they will reevaluate. Time is low, though.
From under now.
Problem solved, unless they don't clear Crims. Of course, perfect awareness there, and leaves Fasher just with his USP and, well, time to die. 23 seconds for him to do so. He can just run around, go for an adventure, and evade capture.
Yeah, who's getting the last juicy eco frag?
Oh,
that's the question.
Zantares likes to keep moving. He's 18th. Lovely jubbly. 4 kills.
Bear in mind, before we went into halftime as well, it could have been another round, a guaranteed round for Eternal Fire. They threw it in the 5-on-3 to enable Fnatic to get yet another. So that was just before halftime as well.
If you look at the money on Fnatic's side right now, it's actually only flasher who can drop an AWP, and then he has no utility at all. And I honestly think it would be worth it, and then go for some play and take some initiative. But
yeah,
looks like Nikodos is just going for the M4 and...
Yep, I don't see an AWP yet. They can. roeJ could buy one, but that would be very
no
strange.
armor. So, like, even FMS for Crims, like, this is 2 buy rounds now that they don't have everything they need to work with, and with such a big lead, I just feel like you should try and close it out, like, in a more secure way. But
we'll see how it goes for them. Fnatic, I mean, they started so well, and now they're getting the same treatment back. No consecutive CT rounds.
yeah,
Eternal Fire, the only team that managed to get 2. We really are seeing the CT side of Nuke disrupted in the modern day.
I know I'm talking a lot about the buys, but I could understand this buy if you were putting some pressure on Eternal Fire and the economy was in the bin or something, but they have money for days, right? They can buy literally 2 more times, I think, if they lose. So it's really not about that. I'm curious about like what they are actually thinking.
Are they doing a stack nade?
They're actually nading Messi's. He's not top hot anymore, and not at least not to what door. Yeah, it's just for top hot.
2 of them get through, and actually they do more damage to themselves than they do. Messi,
Lucky.
$900 down the Swanee.
Right then. Well, one of the calmer rounds we've seen so far. Chance to breathe.
Now, this is what Eternal Fire did a lot against us, playing this slow game and trying to punish mistakes of like aggressive plays. And I could understand why they would think that Fnatic would go for something now. They maybe feel like things are not working and they want to be ahead of the game, but
40 seconds.
so they're trying to make the CTs use all the utility in, I think, from this first utility, and then they want to re-hit again soon.
Yeah, it's working. Fasha on his jiggles is going to be
But
tested.
they are in really good positions. roeJ is close to main as well, so he can go through the smoke instant.
Oh, no, not if they lose Messi. And roeJ's gone 2. How does this happen? It's only Fasha, only 1. Fnatic crumble under the boot of Eternal Fire. Kicked down, sent down to hell.
This one is going the distance. I actually can't believe it. I've never seen a scoreline like that converted into what could be a reverse sweep and then some.
How did we get a game out of this? Like, I was so sure we would be done in 2 minutes, and then like they even won the pistol.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God,
it was
they
a
did.
second round force buy, wasn't it? Yeah, they got them 3 rounds in a row. Fnatic have only got 3 on their CT campaign so far, one of which was the pistol.
And if you remember, on we talked about it at halftime that imoRR was having 18 kills and the rest was kind of falling behind. Now everyone is kind of catching up. And
yeah, Zantares 19, xCloud 19, Majors 17. Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is a great team effort. Nikodos will survive, but they're about to tie things up, and it's another partial buy situation. This would be
how
the
many
collapse.
AWPs has Nikodos had on this CT side? 0? 1?
I think maybe 1.
Yeah.
It's really not been much, but this would be such a typical CSGO thing. If you make this comeback and then you lose now to a half buy, right? That would be so common.
Oh, how dare you plant
It's a
that
seed
seed.
as well.
Sorry to say.
No,
but
I mean, it's very true. It's very true. Counter-Strike is a cruel, cruel game. It will bite you in the arse just as you're about to do the impossible.
Yeah. CZs are out. They've made a bit of a comeback at this tournament as well. We'll see how effective they can be.
surely that's Honda from my team bringing that back. He
I
is
think so,
always good for 2 with that.
It's so
actually
sick.
insane how good he is with that pistol.
I thought that pistol was done, but yeah, I think you guys have proven otherwise.
No, I really think like the 5.7 is better objectively, but I think a lot of people have an easier time with the CC, and that's also why people are using silence on the M4, right?
Sure.
Like, I think A4 is a better gun, but
skill ceiling's higher, but it's more manageable to use the silence M4. But here we go.
Oh, come on now.
This is a really common off angle. Let's see if they actually clear it.
Yeah.
Zantares is really good with pre-aim and stuff like this.
Oh dear!
No.
Fashion's got 2 on the CZ. Fakes the door as well. They're fashing around with rifles.
Oh, Nico does.
Yeah.
Not ready.
Not ready, and that was the M4 as well. So maja might have saved him with that frag. imoRR and maja.
Oh, but they are picking up the weapons here. Like, this could still... But Crims needs to move. Like, why is he still here when his teammate just cleared everything? Okay, so... No utility for the CTs and no kit is still going to be tough. Yeah,
huge advantage for Eternal Fire, looking to tie things up. Ladies and gentlemen, from a 9-1 deficit on their CT side, they're now on the cusp of running 14-14.
If you're the T's right now, where are the CTs coming from? They can come from lobby, door, hot, heaven, main, everywhere.
Right, sure, and this is a very...
This is a solid crossfire, though.
Solid crossfire. Fashion's going to have his booty betray him. Crim's trying to trade, but there's just no time for this. No kits.
Nope.
And no hope. maja dancing with him. Knows imoRR will be there.
He has no time, right?
I think it's on the cusp.
Oh my god, they're cheering! fnatic just cheered. They must know.
I think he's got it, boys.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I think he's got it.
No.
That's so nuts. It comes down to milliseconds there as well. He somehow forces his way in towards the upper bomb side. We thought he was just going for consolation frags. He nails both of them. The old legend rises once again in the 2 versus 1 to find series points.
Oh, 5 HP, Henry, and 5 HP on it. That's his grimace on the defuse.
No fucking way.
Oh, the heartbreak. It's just not okay. How can 5 people take this many unbelievable twists of the knife?
You remember the emotional roller coaster?
Yes, it's happening again.
Oh, it actually
It's
happened.
happening again.
They got cash though.
Oh,
Not
but
all is
cool their
lost.
jets, right? Like, let them cool down. You'll have 20 seconds before you do anything crazy, because it's all hanging in the balance now.
And
Pro
now,
League.
now fnatic got the confidence to go for something aggressive, right? They're pushing ramp now, pushing lobby together, and they will get some information. And
Oh my god.
they already used a lot of the nades, so if they don't get anything out of this push, which they should, now they have so much. And he's even going T-move.
Oh, no! Fashion
wild.
with an absolutely ridiculous play, pushing to the T roof, but that means all that information is lost. These 5 players in yard now, filled with paranoia. Oh, they're full of vinegar. They're not happy. Zentara's responsible to re-clear that lobby area so they don't have to all... Oh, they are.
But now as Major, you want to retake this control because it's almost impossible to call something good without having this control back. But at the same time... Wow, Missy got nothing from that.
Yeah, and Zentares is not a frag. It's good from Nikados back.
Towards ramp, they have to go.
And Crims is in an insane position.
Yeah, you're right.
Get your
This is
weapon out,
sick.
Crims. Please get your weapon out. Hello?
This
Thank
is
you.
sick.
Wait, times it to perfection. The double spray, that's surely it. It's all onto one man. Can Calyx give Eternal Fire another chance? Or does it end here? All the rounds, all of the maps, last chance.
They're not swinging him. They know it's a fake. Now he's
No,
going to intercept.
He's going to run down, and that's it. fnatic make it to the playoffs. Eternal Fire, an incredible, nearly heroic comeback from 9-1 down to a 16-13, and it falls apart.
He called it.
The
Rasmus called
Pistols,
it.
he called it.
Oh no, it is the CSGO Classic. You get in touching distance, you can taste victory, and it's snatched away at the final hurdle. What a journey.
And Crims worth his weight in gold,
Yeah.
right? With these
Yeah,
2
give him a
rounds.
kiss,
Holy
that man.
moly, that guy is insane.
Oh, the transfer.
What a